Have you ever met someone and felt in your bones that you've waited your entire life for this moment? That visceral, soul-shaking recognition? Listen closely. This isn't just attraction. This is a cosmic click in your soul. That dizzying instant when the universe itself paused, just to reunite two destined souls. A force beyond logic, beyond time, whispering raw truth in your ear. It's you. Always you. If that question just struck a nerve, if you felt that deep spiritual ache, you need to hear this. You're not crazy. You're not imagining things. You're standing at the edge of life's greatest secret, the same mystery CARL Jung cracked wide open. And today, I'm handing you his powerful solution to transform your love life starting right now. But first, do us both a huge favor. If you're even slightly curious about unlocking destiny's secrets, subscribe right now. Seriously, thousands watch these videos but never hit subscribe. Don't miss what comes next. Smash that like button if this resonates, and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I'm tracking how far Jung's truth travels. Let's see your city. Now, back to your soul's deepest craving. What if I told you that dizzying click is no accident? That your loneliness, your failed relationships, that nagging void, Jung discovered exactly why it happens and how to harness it. By the end of this video, you'll wield the secret blueprint to magnetize destined love or resurrect the passion you thought was dead. This isn't theory. It's about to become your reality. This video isn't about fairy tales. It's about the raw, powerful, and transformative reality of destined connections. And I promise you, by the end of our journey today, you will never look at your relationships the same way. Stay with me, because we are about to decode the universe's secret language. Modern society taught us to rely on logic, pros and cons lists, shared hobbies, aligned life plans. But what happens when the heart, or rather, the soul, defies every spreadsheet? When you're drawn to someone who on paper makes no sense at all? This is the first hallmark of a destined connection. It operates beyond reason. It's a visceral, almost primal sensation, an inexplicable comfort in the other's presence, as if your nervous system can finally relax after a long journey. Words become secondary. The silence between you isn't awkward. It's filled with an invisible communication, a mutual understanding flowing directly from the unconscious. You feel what the other feels. You anticipate their thoughts. It's a silent dance orchestrated by a force far older and wiser than your conscious mind. Jung called this a powerful archetypal projection. The archetype of the Anima in men or the Animus in women is activated. These are our inner counterparts, the soul images we carry within. When we meet someone in the outer world who perfectly mirrors this inner image, the attraction is magnetic, overwhelming, and utterly irrational. It's not a choice. It's a calling, a summons to look within. Think about it. How often have you tried to convince yourself to like someone perfect and failed? How often have you felt inexplicably tethered to someone who shattered all your expectations? That's your psyche telling you that true connection isn't born from logic, but from soul resonance. It's the first sign that something far deeper is at play. Then, the universe begins to conspire. You think of the person, and seconds later they call. You mention a rare book you'd love to read, and the next day, you find it in a random bookstore. Names, places, symbols, everything starts repeating, weaving a pattern of coincidences so meaningful it defies statistics. This isn't chance. This is synchronicity. For Jung, synchronicity is the principle of a causal connection. It's proof of an underlying order in the universe, an invisible web linking your inner psyche to the outer material world. Destined encounters aren't accidents. They are the cosmos responding to your inner vibration, to the question your soul has been silently asking. When you walk the path of individuation, your growth. The universe aligns the pieces. The person destined for you doesn't appear by luck. They appear because you, energetically and psychologically, became ready for them. Every step of your journey, every pain, every lesson prepared you for this exact meeting. Synchronicity is the treasure map revealing itself, confirming you're in the right place at the right time. So pay attention, record the coincidences, notice the patterns. Encounters that seem random are the universe's secret language, confirming this connection matters. As Jung said, synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. What is the universe trying to show you right now? Here, we enter deeper and often uncomfortable territory. The great promise of a destined connection isn't a bed of roses. It's a mirror. The person who arrives with overwhelming force has one core mission: to reflect back everything you cannot see in yourself. They reflect your light, yes, your most admirable qualities, your hidden gifts. In their presence you feel more yourself, more alive, more powerful. But crucially, they also reflect your shadows, your unhealed wounds, your deepest insecurities, your rejected and unconscious parts. This person, destined for you, will inevitably push your buttons. They will trigger you. They will confront you with your greatest fears, and that's precisely why they matter. They aren't here to complete you, but to make you whole. And to become whole, you must face the totality of who you are, not just the beautiful, acceptable parts. The mistake many make is blaming the mirror for what it reveals. When conflict arises, when pain surfaces, they flee. They say, "It wasn't meant to be." But the truth, through Jung's lens, is the opposite. The pain, the conflict, the friction, these are signs the real work is beginning. The relationship is fulfilling its highest purpose, forcing you to look inward. Our culture romanticizes harmony. We believe a healthy relationship is conflict-free. Jung offers a radically different and far more powerful perspective. Conflict isn't just inevitable, it's the engine of growth. Challenges in a destined relationship aren't errors, they're evolutionary opportunities. Imagine two chemicals that, when combined, create an explosive reaction, releasing immense energy and forming a new substance. That's what happens in a soul connection. Your psyche and theirs collide, and the friction, the disagreements, misunderstandings, generates the heat needed for alchemical transformation. Every argument about money, jealousy, or freedom isn't about the topic. It's an invitation to investigate the root. What does this fear of scarcity say about my abandonment wound? What does this jealousy reveal about my lack of self-worth? Why does their need for control ignite such primal rage in me? Conflict is the gateway to your own unconscious. A relationship avoiding conflict at all costs is stagnant, a non-aggression pact, trapping both people behind masks and personas. True intimacy and evolution can only emerge when both dare to enter the arena of conflict, not to destroy each other but to understand themselves. Growth lies not in peace, but in the courage to weather the storm together. What then is the ultimate goal of this intense journey? Jung's answer is clear: individuation. This is perhaps his most vital concept. Individuation is becoming who you truly are, integrating conscious and unconscious parts of your psyche to emerge whole, unified, and authentic. A destined relationship doesn't aim for fusion, where two people lose themselves in each other. That's codependent fantasy. The goal is mutual individuation. The relationship becomes the catalyst, compelling you to shed social masks and false identities, and to courageously become who you were born to. This person encourages your wildest dreams. They applaud your authenticity, even when inconvenient. They don't prune you to fit their box. They water you so you grow into your most magnificent tree. And in doing so, they're inspired to do the same for themselves. True love, in this context, says, "I love you too much to let you be less than you can be." I'll challenge you, mirror you, support you, so you become yourself, and I'll do the same. It's a sacred pact of growth. The goal isn't happily ever after, it's wholly ever after. Authenticity becomes your only option. In a world teaching us to be strong, hide weaknesses, and never show neediness, Jung's insights on vulnerability are revolutionary. In a destined connection, vulnerability isn't weakness, it's your greatest strength. It's the key unlocking real intimacy. Exposing your fragility, fears, and flaws to the person who mirrors you is an act of supreme courage. It says, "This is who I am, with my cracks, scars, and shadows. Can you see me? Can you stay?" This bearing of armor lets the connection transcend the superficial and touch the soul. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable gives the other permission to do the same. It creates sacred space for masks to fall. Here, healing happens. Here, unconditional love blooms, not because you're perfect, but precisely because you're not, and you accept each other anyway. Remember this paradox. True love isn't perfection, it's authenticity. And authenticity demands vulnerability. It takes immense strength to admit, "I don't know, I'm scared, I need help." But this strength transforms a simple relationship into a sanctuary for the soul. Dare to be vulnerable. It's the fastest path to a connection that truly matters. Here we dismantle one of romance's greatest myths, that another will fill our void, save us from loneliness, or make us happy. Jung warns, this is a trap. Seeking in others what we lack in ourselves is a recipe for projection and disillusionment. A destined relationship doesn't save you from yourself. It introduces you to yourself. Love isn't an escape. It's an encounter, a reunion with your own being. The entire journey, the intensity, joy, and pain aims to lead you home, to the center of your own existence. The person meant for you is a guide, a partner in your inner exploration. When you fall in love with them, you're actually falling in love with the parts of yourself they reflect. When you resent them, you're confronting your own unresolved shadows. They're the catalyst, but the journey is yours. As Jung said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. True love doesn't fill your void. It illuminates it so you can fill it with your own light, consciousness, and self-love. The goal isn't finding your other half, but becoming whole alongside another whole being. No Jungian exploration is complete without discussing the shadow. The shadow is all we repress, our primitive instincts, unacceptable emotions like rage, envy, greed, lust, anything that clashes with our idealized self-image. We hide it from ourselves and others, but the shadow doesn't vanish. It operates in our psyche's basement, projecting onto the world. And guess where it most loves to project? Exactly, onto the person we share the deepest connection with. We despise in them precisely what we deny in ourselves. Does their stubbornness irritate you? Where are you inflexible? Does their neediness suffocate you? Where do you reject your own need for connection? A destined relationship irresistibly invites you to dance with your shadow. It will appear. There's no avoiding it. The question is, will you treat it as an enemy or an ally? Jung was clear. The shadow holds gold, vital energy, creativity, authenticity, power. Integrating the shadow means reclaiming it. Yes, this anger is mine. Yes, this envy is part of me. It doesn't mean acting destructively, but bringing it into conscious awareness, understanding it, and channeling its energy constructively. A deep, healthy relationship is only possible when we stop projecting our shadow and start owning it. It's the hardest and most rewarding work you'll ever do. Why are we drawn to certain people? Superficial answers cite appearance, humor, or status. Jung's answer goes deeper. Attraction is largely unconscious. Our deepest connections activate hidden, Psychological patterns formed in childhood, etched into our psyche. Jung called these complexes. A complex is a cluster of charged memories, emotions, and thoughts around an archetypal theme, e.g., father-mother complexes. Unconsciously, we seek partners who fit these patterns, hoping to heal our original wound. That's why you repeat relationship patterns, always attracting the unavailable partner, the critic, the rescuer, or the victim. It's not bad luck, it's your unconscious demanding. Attention for a pattern needing healing. A destined connection amplifies these patterns to maximum intensity, not to make you suffer, but to offer a chance to break the cycle. The invitation here is self-investigation. Look at your current or past connections. What pattern emerges? What childhood story does it echo? Understanding attraction's unconscious origin empowers you. You stop drifting as a boat on invisible currents and become the captain of your soul, consciously choosing the love you create. Finally, all these concepts converge on a mystical yet practical truth: energetic alignment. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. It draws people and situations that match your inner frequency. If you vibrate with fear, lack, or self-sabotage, you'll attract relationships amplifying that vibration. But if, through shadow work, complex healing, and self-analysis, you vibrate with authenticity, self-love, and wholeness, you'll inevitably attract a partner resonating at that higher frequency. A destined connection, therefore, isn't found out there. It's cultivated in here, a result of your existential alignment. It's the reward for your courage to journey inward. When you align with your essence, yourself, the universe has no choice but to mirror that alignment back to you. This puts the power back in your hands. Stop searching for your soulmate. Instead, begin the journey to become your own soulmate. Embrace your individuation. Dance with your shadow. Practice vulnerability, and watch, as if by magic, how the world and the people entering it transform to mirror the beauty, strength, and integrity you've found within. Authenticity isn't just a slogan, it's the key that aligns your destiny. The journey of love, as we've seen, is the journey of the soul. It calls us beyond the surface, into the mysterious depths of our own psyche. Destined connections aren't about finding the perfect person. They're about finding the person who helps us become the most authentic version of ourselves. They are mirrors, catalysts, partners in the sacred dance of individuation. They force us to confront our shadows, heal our wounds, and find the courage to be whole. It's not an easy path, but it's the only path to a fulfilled life and a love that truly nourishes the soul. So, I leave you with this question. What is your soul trying to tell you through your relationships? What mirror is the universe holding before you right now? If these truths ignited something deep within you, if you're ready to stop scratching the surface and finally master the soul-level alchemy CARL Jung revealed, then you belong here. This is your sign. Take action. Don't let this insight fade. Smash that like button right now. If this video shifted your perspective, it tells the algorithm to spread this lifeline to others who need it. And if you're watching this without being subscribed, fix that. Thousands soak up these truths, but never hit subscribe. Don't gamble with your transformation. Tap subscribe and ring that bell, because next week we're tearing down the 3 lies about soulmates that keep you lonely. Jung's secret fix will shock you. But before you go, drop one word in the comments. One word. For what wound transformed today as you watched? Was it abandonment, unworthiness, invisibility? Your confession creates ripples. I read every single one. Remember, you just unlocked sacred knowledge. This isn't hope, it's your new reality. Starting now. The journey to wholeness isn't coming, it's here. And your tribe, we're waiting for you. The greatest adventure was never out there. It's within. And you're already home.